welcome back to HammerDroids.net. I've been spending some money on little Bluetooth gadgets and I've purchased an OBDII diagnostic interface. Supports all OBDII protocols. What is an ODB protocol, you ask? I don't know. But basically this device can talk to the onboard computer on my car and relay the information via Bluetooth to this device. To actually do something with that information, I have Talk application, which is available on the marketplace. It's $4.66, which equates to just under £3, or almost spot on £3. Now straight away you'll see it's trying to, because I have already connected the device once. What we get given here is kind of like a launcher, so I can swipe left and right. You see the bottom, there's the buttons. Now one sort of minor complaint, it's not very smooth. If I try and flick, it's not, it's not as reliable as something like Launcher Pro as far as moving between the screens, and it is quite often, I find, I don't do it properly. You have to swipe right away from one side to the other. So I've had a little fiddle. This bit here is kind of the default layout. That's a default layout. That was on the default, and there's a blank at the side. But I've made this screen myself. This is the one I would probably use. So it has the speed, it has the rev counter, and it has the horsepower, which I think is quite interesting. I don't claim to know how it all works, but it uses the accelerometer inside the phone, it uses GPS positioning, and it uses the data provided by the onboard computer in your car to work out a variety of different things. You can set up your own sort of screens very simply. Like with most launchers, you hold down, you say add display. So you get a whole variety of different sort of displays that you could have. Let's say we're going to put a graph. Then we get lots of other options of the different types of graphs we can have. I'm not convinced that all of these work on my car, but we'll have a look when we get down there and see what is and what isn't. Like, I'm not sure the whole miles per gallon and stuff, torque, voltage. So I mean, you can see there's loads of different things. Actually, we won't put a graph. Let's just put a dial. Add display, dial, and what I want is the rev counter. So it tells you as well a lot of the time if it's using GPS or the computer. So obviously there you go, altitude is using the GPS. At some point you get the speed, and you can use either GPS or the actual car's onboard computer. There we go, so speed GPS and speed OBD. The difference being, I mean, in theory I think GPS is a little more accurate, but it does only update every 2 or 3 seconds when you're driving. The OBD one should literally mirror the dial on your dashboard. I forgot what I was looking for now. Rev counter. Did I miss it? There we go. Engines, RPM. Then we get different sizes. I want to go with a nice large one. Now if I want to move, I hold down on it. I can either delete that display, I can move that display, or add another one. So I'm going to move. Now one thing I quite like, it's literally will go anywhere. It's not like on something like Launcher Pro or your desktop where it'll lock into a position. You can literally move it a few pixels. So there it is at the top. This is an interesting screen. So it in theory will keep my best 0 to 60 time, my best 0 to 100 kph. Again, I can add and remove and move whatever I want. Quarter mile time, eighth mile time, your horsepower and your speed. Now when it's plugged in, when you're not moving, that will say ready where the cross is. I did try to do this yesterday. I found sort of a nice quiet bit of road, pulled over, accelerated. I didn't have it on this screen, to be honest. I had it over here. Pulled over, I got up to about 61, slowed back down, scrolled over to this screen, and nothing was there. So I'm not sure if I wasn't doing something right or what the problem was. Anyway, so fault logs. In theory, when you're on board, when your dashboard's flashing saying engine fault or whatever, this should, let's So I'm saying it's not connected at the minute. This should display whatever faults, and you can in theory reset them. I've not had any faults yet on my car, so I can't really check that, unfortunately. I don't particularly want to try and make one. You calibrate your accelerometer, does it for the position that the phone's in now, to help with the acceleration dial, I guess. If we have a look at the settings, there are quite a lot of settings. Let's scroll through. You can read, most of them are fairly self-explanatory, so you get to choose if you want miles or kilometers, etc. Connection type. So it says Wi-Fi. I've not tried that yet. I don't. Maybe the different devices use Wi-Fi rather than Bluetooth. And in theory, you can upload your logs to a web server and have like a web interface, which I have seen, but I've not. I had a fiddle this morning. I was trying to get it to work, but I couldn't. So that's it. Oh, where did I see? You do have to put in some bits like the car's weight. I must have passed them earlier on, I guess. There we go. Vehicle weight, engine size in litres, the max RPM on your own dial, just to help it calculate some of the stuff. So we'll move down to the car now, and I'll show you how it works down there. And obviously I won't really be able to show you much because I can't drive around and film with these, unfortunately, but I can at least just show you how we plug in the adapter and how it connects. I don't know how well you can see that, but that's where it plugs in on my car, the pedals. So that's it in place. It worried me a little bit because it's quite close to the accelerator, but I found yesterday when I caught it by mistake it's reasonably bendy. Now let's see if what's it say at the top there? This is looking for the adapter. Pairing request. Which is odd because I paired yesterday. Oh no, I flashed a new ROM. As it says, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. I think I found 1, 2, 3, 4 worked for me. There we go, paired but not connected. It will say that. Don't worry that it's not connected, that's fine. It says, do you want to turn GPS on? Yeah, why not? Tells you a few things that are going up at the top there. Connected to ECU, okay, that's the onboard computer of my car. And there you go. Where did I put that big? There we go. So I've told you already that that my car goes up to 6,000. So let me see if I hold it at 2,000. Come on. 2,000. Oh, okay, I've gone a bit higher than 2 now. But you get the idea. And yeah, I mean, all I can tell you is when I am driving, that does show you all the details on there. Can we see the device flashing away? Very colourful. Won't focus because it's too dark. But there we go. The app's about £3. That device is 20 quid. I did take the risk on the eBay, a cheap eBay one. They're sort of $100 from websites, which equates to about £60 or £70. They did say some eBay ones work, some don't. You pay your money, you take your chances. On hemajoys.net I'll give the link to the exact one that I bought, because mine seems to be fine. I mean, maybe it'll conk out in a week or so, but you know, the great thing is I can leave that connected, I can still operate the car, drive the car. In my car, I've seen somewhere you have to remove like a whole panel here and have it stuck in there. I don't know if the panel will go back on with the device there, which would be a bit of a shame because I wouldn't want to drive around with a big panel missing from the fascia. But luckily mine fits in fine with my feet there, and I can just leave that connected now. If I turn my Bluetooth on and put talk on when I'm driving, it's there sort of instantly. So there we go, the app is Torque, T-O-R-Q-U-E. It's on the marketplace, and it's an OBDII Bluetooth device that you want from eBay, but like I say, I'll give the link on ImageRights. My name's Andy. There you go.